need to talk. You know, I'm making good progress and steady progress every month, but I'm getting a little bit bored with my Pandat palette. But before I talk about what I will change and maybe bring some other shades in, I will show you the progress from last month to this month. Here's a little montage from the beginning of the year till now. And here dum, 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 is the new progress. And I hope you can see some changes from last month to this month. I will just show you here the last month and now. Let's just talk my progress from month to month, and let's just start with this first shade here. I used it since last time 3 times and since the introduction 16 times, and no pan till now, but I think it's getting there. It's not my favorite shade. I said it all the time when I'm showing you the palette, but I think I can now use it with other shades here and there because it's now getting a little bit warmer and it's nice for the summer. Yeah. So I think next month we hope to see here a nice pan. Let's just move to the next shade. I hope you can see here too that the pan is getting a little bit bigger from time to time. I'm using it sometimes like a blush or mixing it with another blush on my face when it's a little bit too warm toned. And I like it both ways, on the eyes, on the cheeks, and I'm mixing it with other warm crease shades and get a little bit more cooler shade on my eyelid. And I use this shade 5 times since last time, and in total 29 times. So yeah, I can't remember when did we hit pan. After 20 uses. This was, I think, my first pan, and it's getting bigger and bigger, and I was supposed to hit pan more on the shimmer shades first, but this one was the first one because I was mixing it with the crease shades, like I said. And yeah, the progress is nice and steady, and I'm not bored with this shade especially. Let's move to the next one, and this is like the big star for today's update. I used it 20 times since last time, and in total 38 times, and I hit pan after 37 times. And I was thinking, when will this even happen? And yeah, you can see the pan is really small and the dip is like just here in the center. The imprint here is still there, but I hope we can use it a little bit more here and there, and maybe as a bronzer. I'm panning a bronzer in my rolling project pan, but I can use this maybe 2 or 3 times in the week for bronzing so that I can make a little bit more progress on it. But I think 38 times is really a good number of usage. Let's move on to the next one here, and this is like my favorite crease shade from these mattes here. And I used it since last time 8 times, and in total 45 times. This is the shade I used the most. And yeah, it's a nice one. It's a little bit more lighter than the other ones. It's have more an orangey shade in it, like really warm, but I like it when I'm mixing it with others, and sometimes I'm using it like just for blending out the crease and yeah, as a transition, and I like it. This is another one that I'm not even so bored because I can use it here and there. The next shade is really a good one. I really love this row. I think this is my favorite row of all shades. Oh, now I ditched my finger, sorry. And this pinky shimmer here I used since last time 8 times, and in total 40 times. So we hit 40 uses, and the dip is like really nice. And I think on the sides it's even lower than other shades from the palette now, and I hope that I can finish it till the end of the year. I was thinking maybe I can finish the whole palette in 1 year, but I don't think that this will be still my goal for this palette, but I will talk about this thing after I show you every shade. So let's move on to the next one, and like you can see, here's no pan, and I used it since last time. 0 times. I don't know why. I totally forget to use this gold shade, and every time when I'm using like the other shades, then I use like maybe this one on the inner corner, and I totally forgot to use this one on the lower lash line because I have some for my pen, those eyeshadows, and I'm enjoying them really a lot. And I'm not like just focusing on my shades in Pando's eyeshadows. I'm focusing on the whole palette. I'm trying to use them here and there a little bit more to be creative, and yeah. So I used it 0 times since last time, and in total 19 times. And I used it more than this one here. This one I used 16 times, like I said, in total, but I think I even like this reddish bronze more than the gold one. I don't know. I love gold on my eyelids, but more like this warm gold, not like this stark yellowy gold. Yeah, let's just move to the next one and move this embracement away to another embracement. I use this shade here, like it's like the same like the other ones. It's like a little bit different, but under eyes you can't even see with mixing other shades. It's a 0 usage again since last time, and 11 times in total. So I I think this is like really not that lot, and like you can see the imprint is still there, the honeybee. And yeah, I don't know when I will focus on it, because like I said, I'm not like thinking that I can finish the whole palette, and I even hope then maybe I can finish this one or this one and don't touch this one and repress it maybe in another pan. But like I said, just move it to the side and move to the next shade, because it's like, yeah, 11 times in like 4 months. It's it's embracing. This one here I don't use not that many times since last time, just 2 times, because I have a pen here, and I used it in total 21 times. I was thinking this one is my favorite shimmer, but I think both. I like them both equally. And 21 times is okay. It's not that many times like this one, like I said, 40 times, but when I use this one, it's more like all over the lid, or yeah, on the center, on the eyelid, and not just like in the inner corner, or yeah. I use this one sometimes too on the inner corner, but here and there more on the inner corner and on the eyelid. So let's just move to the last one here, and I used this one since last time 11 times, and in total 36 times. And I'm really loving this shade, like the last 3-4 looks. I will just show you here some looks that I'm using it for an evening out going, and I like it. It's warm but not that orange. So I can mix it with the other ones and tone them a little bit down, but yeah, I can swatch it for you. Like it's not really that dark brown, and yeah, you can see when you blend it out, it's like again a little bit more warm, but I like it more than like this one or even this one. And I don't know when I can hit pan. What do you think? It's like, yeah, it's moving a little bit here and there when I'm using it like an eyeliner or on the lower lash line, but when I'm using it all over the lid, I don't use a lot. So I don't know when I can finish or hit pan, even hit pan on it. Let's talk about the weight difference. I was like thinking, when will we use 1 gram? And we didn't even use 1 gram till now, because I used in total 0.98 grams, and since last time 0.35 grams. So the progress is a little bit more than the other times. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm using the shimmers a little bit more, or because I'm using this one here 20 times in 1 month. I don't know. I don't know why it's like now a little bit better, because it's not like my best month, I think. No, I used last in the beginning a little bit more the shades, because I was like really focusing on them. But now I'm like, I want to use this palette every time when I'm using my eye look, when I'm using makeup. But I'm not like using just this palette. I'm like trying to use every palette in my collection equally. So let's just move on to the part where I will now make some changes. Stay tuned. Like I said, I want to make some changes, and here's the change. I will just still focus on this palette the whole year, like my Focus Panda palette, but I will try to hit pan in every shade from this Revolution, I Heart Revolution palette. The name is Raspberry Fool from the Mini Chocolate Shadow palette. And the weight is the same, like 1.1 grams. Like these shades, they are about a little bit bigger, like you can see next to each other. So I think the pans are a little bit more shallow, and we can hit pan easily on them. And my goal is to hit pan, like I said, in every shade. And after I hit pan in every shade, I have another one like this one, a little bit more cooler toned. And I hope to hit pan in the other palette too, so that my pan percentage get a little bit more up. And they are all the same age, these three palettes, like I said, and that I mentioned. And I hope really that I can use them here and there a little bit more over the year, because when I fully pan this palette, then I don't have these shades anymore in my collection, but I have still this one here full there, and then they get like expired, and that's not the point from having a collection. So in the beginning, that I didn't even needed to buy all the eyeshadow when I'm not using them equally. So like, I hope you know what I mean. So maybe we can hit pan in this palette, and let's just make some goals, because I never make some goals in the end. Let's just make some goals to maybe use every shade in this new palette here. Let's say 10 times. My goal is to use every shade 10 times and focus on this one here a little bit more and use it 15 times. Let's say 15 times. I think this is a really big goal. I don't know if I can do it, but let's do it. And let's make here a goal, because I have some shades that I didn't use last time, these two here. Let's just focus on the shade here. I used it like I said last time, just three times, and my focus is to hit pan on it, and let's see how long this will take. And for the other shades, let's just say I want to use them all, let's say 5 times. Yeah, because this is the first month with this new palette, I want to focus a little bit more on it and use here every shade 5 times, and like I said, on the first one here to hit pan. And I hope you enjoyed this little change, and I hope I will enjoy the makeup usage again. I'm enjoying this palette. I'm not saying like I'm not enjoying it, but it's getting a little bit boring. So I hope you enjoyed this update, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye! And don't forget to subscribe and give a like. I totally forgot to swatch this palette for you, so let's just swatch it together. So a nice pinkish nudish palette. So like I said, bye bye!